It's 3 p.m. in Freetown. Good afternoon and welcome to News Hour, coming to you live on the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. I am Stella Bangura. Coming up, Vice President Dr. Julde Jallo starts harvesting 100 acres of rice in Lokomasama Chiefdom. A 50-man delegation to visit Sierra Leone in December 2024 from Morocco. And over 1,000 pupils from 8 government and government-assisted schools in Potsloco and Cambia receive learning materials. These stories and more in this edition of News Hour. Stay with us. Welcome back, and now to our full story. Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo has started the harvesting of rice on 100 acres of land in Yemaya village, Lokomasama Chiefdom, Potsloco district. The initiative, according to the second gentleman, was to achieve government's feed saloon program. Joseph Ture tells us more.
This, na for same message say, His Excellency the President Dr. Julius Marabio, he don't say Sierra Leone we able feed ourselves or for feed ourselves.
This was the outcome of that commitment to the Feed Salon initiative. The Vice President supported Yemaya village, Lokomasama Chiefdom in Potsloco district to cultivate rice on 100 acres of land. For the locals, it was a dream came true for them as they had been longing for such investments in their community. The land was bought by the Vice President, who joined hands with the community to make it a reality. The yield from the farm was an evidence that Sierra Leone has a fertile soil for agriculture, and when government and the private sector invest in agriculture, the country could feed itself and export to other countries.
For mobilize the community, for labor, because I don't tell the community, say, this is a community farm. The Honorable Vice President, they join hand with the community for own this farm, so that we go plant. Now part of we own participation, we own contribution to President Julius Marabio in Feed Salon initiative. And we believe, say, this farm here, it don't impact this community big time. Because this farm here, it don't create job opportunities for young people, for the manage them, for the brush them, for the look after them.
The team also visited a reservoir which would be used for irrigation on a vast area of land for the cultivation of corn in the next planting season. Various local authorities and other residents received the initiative in good faith, stating that it has helped them not only to secure food, but gain employment as well.
Farm, we get beaucoup people already working at the farm. More than 50 people already working at the farm. The one, we get the one day with the brush, we get the one day with the till the land, we get other people right now with the resident reps, so now we get the one day with the Kamfuka harvest them. They tell and thank you. This goodness here, so they cut across the kingdom. Let the vice president extend them from Yemia to another side.
They pledged to support the farm, but appealed for more farming equipment and some facilities in their locality. Agriculture contributes significantly to the GDP of Sierra Leone, and when more resources are put into it, Feed Salon could be sustainable. SLBC, Joseph Ture reporting.
Ministry of Social Welfare has provided bags of rice to over 50 members of an NGO named Help Empower Polio Persons Organization. The gesture, according to the Minister of Social Welfare, was to cushion some of the challenges they face to fend for themselves. Moses Conte witnessed the event at the ministry's headquarters in Freetown.
It was an exciting moment for these persons living with disability, as each of them received 325 kg bags of rice. Finding for themselves on a daily has been challenging, so having such food item at that material time was seen as timely. Minister of Social Welfare, Melrose Camington, said it was their responsibility to cater for these less privileged and persons with disability. The reason they identified such category of people. She lauded the benefactors, including development partners, for their continual support to the ministry.
That we should support the disabled because we know they are physically challenged and it's hard for them to sometimes even get food. So if we as a government have the opportunity to support them, this is exactly what we do. And that's why His Excellency the President has said we must feed Sierra Leone, because food security is one of the things that this government aims to achieve. Today we will continue this food distribution and we believe that this will go a long way to help them even as we are approaching the festive season.
Chairman, Help Empower Polio Persons Organization, a beneficiary, applauded the ministry for extending a hand of kindness. He said the donation will go a long way in sustaining them.
This way they do so is a long way because
what the Ministry of Social Welfare is doing will take us a long way. Considering our present state, to have ends meet has been challenging over the years. There are those who couldn't even afford for the day. Thus, the venture from the Ministry of Social Welfare has created an enabling environment for the less privileged, especially those in the wheelchair.
It was made known to them that such gesture will be extended to other vulnerable groups in the country. Moses Conte, SLBC.
Pupils Association of the Freetown Secondary Schools for Girls, in collaboration with the Board of Governors and School Management, has trained teachers on educational rules and policies. The move was to capacitate them on the required knowledge in the field of education to meet local and international standards. Our reporter Nendewa Tharonka has more.
The workshop, held at the Freetown Secondary School for Girls, centered on 3 areas which were the code of conduct for teachers and educational personnel in Sierra Leone, policies that promote effective teaching and learning, and the importance of gender equality and social inclusion in education. The district's Deputy Director, Sierra Leone Teaching Service Commission, James Edward Rena, said that it was very important for teachers and educators to understand those policies as they lay the foundation for safe and productive learning environments. Principal of the Freetown Senior Secondary School for Girls, Gloria McFoy, emphasized on the importance of this training in enriching teachers' knowledge and guiding them in their professional development. She said the training was essential for teachers to enhance their skills and effectively impact knowledge to their students.
We believe in continuous professional development, and that is why we are here today to see that our staff remain professionally relevant. We would have a professional team of teachers, and their professionalism will translate in the lives of the children and all that we do as an educational institution.
Teachers who attended the workshop expressed their gratitude for the opportunity to learn and grow in their roles. Florence Shorenke Sawyer from the senior secondary and Seth Firebobo from the junior secondary talked about the benefits of the training and how they intended to implement their new skills to their profession.
It will benefit me a lot, most especially in the securing of my integrity and also to knowing much how I'm to do in my field of education, interacting with parents, also pupils, etc., etc.
We learn about safeguarding principles and the teacher's code of conduct for teachers and other educational personnel. It will benefit me a lot in protecting my integrity and also to know the rules, which is the manual, to help me grow as a professional teacher.
They were presented with certificates to recognize their commitment to professional development and excellence in teaching. SLBC News are Nandewa Toronka reporting.
32 vibrant and energetic Christian brothers and sisters drawn from different churches and workplaces have been inducted into the Haggai International Alumni aimed at ending gospel poverty in Sierra Leone. The induction ceremony does not only recognize their certification, but looks forward to seeing every person in Sierra Leone redeemed and transformed through the gospel of Christ. Cynthia Kamara tells us more.
I will add value to the organization by my life, by my utterances, by my action, all the days of my life. So help me God.
These new members have been inducted into Haggai International Sierra Leone Alumni. The individuals drawn from different churches and workplaces include lecturers, engineers, and accountants aimed at infusing their knowledge gained into society. After 5 days of hectic, spirit-filled and empowered sessions, these 32 members have been identified as vibrant ambassadors that are expected to live a Christ-like life and become disciples to transform souls that are perishing across the country. Giving brief charge, Haggai West Africa Regional Director Pastor Edwin George drew strength from Genesis 4 verse 8, the exploit of men and women being raised up to do the things of God. He admonished the graduates to stay connected, as that is the only way they can be contacted. The 5-day advanced leadership seminar was anchored on the basis of ending gospel poverty. Reverend Gadiu Basti, however, outlined 4 applicable objectives, which are discipline, prayer, reaching the next generation, and unbelievers. Haggai Sierra Leone is committed to seeing every person in Sierra Leone redeemed and transformed through the gospel of Christ, says Haggai President Olusola Jagade.
Strategies in the recruitment, 80% are those who are in the workplaces, maybe 20% for pastors. Equip them so that in their day-to-day, they are able to actually put to practice the issue of Christianity. When you talk about integrity, that's what Christians should be known for. When you talk about credibility, that's what Christians should be known for. When you talk about being able to produce results, that's what Haggai should be known for. And that is what we are actually pushing. That everywhere we find ourselves, we must be an agent of change and putting an end to gospel poverty, bringing the best out of people so that we can have peace in the nation, and at the end we get to heaven.
The induction also gave the platform for members to share their testimonies.
I learned a lot. My only prayer is that, Lord, don't let this thing be used against me.
So I've come to realize that if that vacuum is to be filled, what I've been impacted here with no level of undergraduate degree, postgraduate degree is enough to what we've attained few days. I would tell you I'm going back as a man filled with confidence, the zeal to spread the word of God.
Leadership, stewardship, discipline, and biblical mandates were among the 10 lessons taught throughout the course, aimed at not only recruiting youth into the things of God, but with the sole aim of ending gospel poverty in Sierra Leone. Haggai is an international institute represented across the world, aimed at not just preaching the gospel, but to bring a total change to the society.
Haggai International says
yes to ending gospel poverty.
Cynthia Kamara reporting for Slbc News.
Sierra Leone's ambassador designate to Morocco, Alhaji Mamadou Koroma, arrived in Morocco on Sunday, 3rd November 2024, to officially begin his diplomatic duties. Ambassador Koroma was warmly received by the embassy staff in Rabat, led by the head of Chancellery, James Silvanus Levy. Alhaji Mamadou Koroma expressed his appreciation for the reception extended to him by the embassy staff. Ambassador Koroma is expected to strengthen Sierra Leone's strategic relationship with Morocco for mutual benefits. He brings significant expertise, having held various roles within the Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP, and the government of the late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba. Ambassador Koroma's focus on economic diplomacy will be invaluable in enhancing bilateral relations, especially following recent trade agreements between Sierra Leone and Morocco. Ambassador Comer's extensive experience is anticipated to further solidify the ties and open new avenues for collaboration. Still in Morocco, a 50-man delegation is set to visit Sierra Leone in December 2024. During the visit, they will engage MDs and business leaders to facilitate discussions and explore investment opportunities. This disclosure was made during an economic promotion week where a 13-man delegation from Sierra Leone participated in the event, organized by the Moroccan Agency for International Cooperation. The delegation was led by Deputy Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Tamba E. Joanna. The interaction aims not only to attract investment but also to encourage knowledge transfer and capacity building within Sierra Leone. The Sierra Leonean delegation engaged their Moroccan counterparts to further foster economic and diplomatic ties. It could be recalled that the Sierra Leone embassy in Rabat assembled a host of prominent Moroccan investors in Sierra Leone early this year, 2024, where they met with several MDAs, during which several investment and trade opportunities were deliberated on. The major outcome of the engagement includes Morocco to organize a high-level 50-man delegation to Sierra Leone, which is CGEM, African Forum for Investment, that will take place from the 4th to the 6th of December 2024 in Freetown. This will be a multi-sectoral meeting with different MDs and business entities. Also, the Moroccan African Chamber of Commerce would host the African Investment Forum and the African Executive Meeting in Rabat, aiming to consolidate the investment interests discussed and potentially include other African nations seeking similar collaboration. The meeting was to explore potential investment opportunities in Sierra Leone and Morocco, particularly in sectors in mining, agriculture, energy, tourism, security, infrastructural development. The Bama Women's Fellowship has held its Golden Jubilee Thanksgiving, Enrollment and Induction Service under the distinguished Grand Chief patronage of the Chief Minister, Dr. David Moinina Senge. The service, which was graced by other distinguished personalities, was a remarkable time to introduce the new executive, which has started full operations to transform the fellowship and the Western District of the Methodist Church. Esther Suzanette Varsi tells us more.
With their motto, Women Builders Stand Firm for Jesus Christ, the Women's Fellowship of the Bama Methodist Church, Sierra Leone, under an atmosphere of joyous celebrations, dedicated a special thanksgiving towards returning heartwarming gratitude to God for 5 decades of continual mercy and grace. The fellowship has served as a great institution in the church and for years has been an epitome worthy of emulation. Delivering the sermon on the theme Pressing Forward, the preacher, Reverend Syrian John, encouraged the women to have a heavenly goal and be prepared to make progress. She called on them as mothers to focus on raising up their children in the way of the Lord and to do their utmost best to guide them against peer influence and pressure.
Pressing forward towards the mark so that I will attain higher heights. They want and then a one-way Paul will talk, but I we know say that word they get meaning even to be success now.
Talking on the critical role women play in the development of the nation, the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge, said it was a good thing that the women had worked tirelessly in the way of the Lord. He pledged support for the fellowship and the church in general, which, according to him, was a blossoming fountain of honor. Half a century on, the celebration was also a moment of reflection on the golden sacrifices by others, some of whom had passed.
Worship, the edifice itself, when it was presented to us during that time, some of of us were thinking that it will be after we have gone, after we have passed. That will be the time when they will achieve their dream of having a structure like this. So for me to be alive to see this structure and to even participate in this 50-year celebration, I want to thank God.
And we want to appreciate God today because if we say the membership 50 years ago, they started 30 women. Today we are 120 and more. It's our prayers and patience, steadfastness, we are able to tie this church. A budget of 250 million. It's all from our hard work. I want to say thanks to the executive, for standing by me, and to say thanks to God for making it happen.
In 1974, 20 women started the Bama Methodist Church Women's Fellowship, a milestone journey which has not only become a strong force to reckon with, but a source of motivation to the emerging generation. For SLBC, Esther Suzanette Bassi reporting.
As a way to thank God for his blessings and share with others what God has provided them, the membership of St. Anthony Church at Sykes Street in Freetown has organized a bazaar and harvest Thanksgiving Mass. During the celebration, the various tribes presented their produce in a cultural style, and the church was able to raise over $3,000 from donations. Suleiman Babaturi has the details.
The Bazaar and Harvest Thanksgiving celebration was drawn from Jeremiah 17 verse 26, which states that people shall come from the towns of Judah, places around Jerusalem, land of Benjamin, Shephelah, hill country, Negev, bringing burnt offerings and sacrifices, grain offering and thank offering to the house of the Lord to celebrate his abundant blessings. Unlike the previous years, this year's Bazaar and Harvest celebration, according to parish priest Reverend Father Daniel, was designed differently from Mass to the actual Bazaar celebration.
We have revived the Bazaar Harvest Thanksgiving, but with a lot of innovations, and we request that you all tune in this vision.
Taking little from the lots God had provided them as chief harvesters, Stephen Gauja donated $500.
That I want to kickstart this harvest with a modest donation of $500.
Solicitor General Robert Kowa, $1,000.
I'll give the sum of $1,000.
High Commissioner from the Gambia, Claudiana Cole, £200.
To pledge £200.
Dr. Charles Aniwenze, $1,000.
I will want to support the church with the sum of $1,000.
And his Nigerian brothers, $300. The celebration was indeed entertaining and loving, as unity and love were seen to be demonstrated. After the donations, the membership was segmented into tribes who presented their farm produce in a cultural style, from the Gizi to the Gola, Suso, Loko, Vai, Kranko, Ku, Fula, Madingo, Limba, Krio, Shabro, Kono, Themne, and to the Mendes. And later the various organizations and nationalities like the Nigerians, Ghanaians, and the Gambians, among others, presented their harvested produce. SLBC News, Sulaiman Babatue reporting.
The Celestial Church of Christ, Emmanuel Parish in Freetown, celebrated its 36th Harvest Thanksgiving. This year's theme, Always Give Thanks to the Lord, was to inspire the worshippers of togetherness and to share in the joy of worship. Our intern, Henrietta Coker, has the story.
The theme of the 36th anniversary Thanksgiving of the Celestial Church of Christ, Emmanuel Parish, Always Give Thanks to the Lord, resonate deeply with the congregation as they were together to reflect on the blessing and express gratitude for the abundance in their lives. The event not only highlights the church commitment to faith and community, but also serve as a reminder of the importance of gratitude in their daily lives. Evangelist Isaac Lapite stated that the celebration aligns with biblical teaching on harvesting. He emphasized that while other different dominants may refer to their worship in various ways, they all serve the same God. He noted that as a ministry, they have remained steadfast and have many successful stories with their branch spread across the globe.
I will say the Bible says, I think, the same thing. Preach the gospel. So, you are not going to say you are in Sierra Leone. What about people in Guinea? What about people in Nigeria? What about people in England? What about people in America? Well, they brought the religion to us. But now we don't look like say we try for clean it and send it. We go back to them now. Because if you look at the situation now, before it used to come to us for evangelism. Now they carry evangelism, we go to them now. Because we accept God past them.
Prophet Julius Williams emphasized that their ministry is called by God and that all their activity reflects His will. He encouraged others not to view them as different, but rather to join them in worship, as they all serve the same God.
So the Bible says we should meet Him 3 times in a year. And one of the 3 times in a year is what we are doing as harvest celebration. It is yearly. It is done all over the world because our church is found all over the world. So in Sierra Leone, we are celebrating our own annual harvest this year. When God calls you, He gives you His own instruction that I'm sending you on this mission, and this is how you are going to run that mission. I want to give you an example. Me and you want to go to prison. We are Fagosi Lane. We can be going on foot. When we go to Dile Street, you take a keke, I take another keke. My own keke can go to Pademba Road. Your own keke can go to St. John. At the end of the day, we meet up at PZ. So that is to say, we are all working and racing towards the kingdom of God. But the way we are doing this is different.
The Harvesting Thanksgiving celebration emphasizes unity in worship and God calling. It invites everyone to come together in faith, highlighting that they all serve the same God. Enreta Korka, reporting for SLBC.
Today marks a significant occasion for the United Muslim Association Secondary School as they host their very first Thanksgiving celebration in honor of their inaugural 50th anniversary. This event not only highlights the school's remarkable journey over the past 5 decades, but also brings students, alumni, and the community in a spirit of gratitude and unity. Our intern Esther Nene Kamara witnessed the Thanksgiving and compiled this report.
The United Muslim Association Secondary School has grown tremendously since its establishment, providing countless alumni who have gone on to contribute to society. Over the years, it has become a beacon of hope for many young people in the country, providing a solid foundation for their future. The principal, Daniel Batilo Manga, said the celebration was not just about their past, rather, it is a testament of their commitment to nurturing the values of respect, integrity, and excellence in their students.
We want to rebrand the school because for far too long this school has been behind. So at least we want the whole world to know that yes, UMass is a school that everybody can reckon with and we can do it and even better. So that is why we decided to organize such an event.
But chairman of the school, Edward Fofikawa, said they are proud of the history and the positive impact the school have made on students' lives, adding that as they celebrate their 50th anniversary, they are reminded of their commitment to the excellence in education and the role they have played in shaping leaders.
More people will now know what UMass is all about, and people who have been shying away from UMass will tend to even move and come and join us in UMass. And we believe we have many products, but you see, because we have not been having such functions, we find it difficult to market them.
An alumnus of the school, Judge of the Court of Appeal of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Honorable Justice Alhaji Momoja Stevens, said being part of the school was a great transformative experience for him, noting he is grateful for the education he received and the values instilled in him.
Education is power. Education is everything. We are very delighted for this day. And the school, as you have heard, has produced several personalities. So we thank God for this day, that some of us went through that school, achieved our academic goals, proceeded to higher level, to higher institution. So we are very delighted.
The United Muslim Association Secondary School was established in September 1974 with the aim of propagating Islam and also promote formal education. For Slbc News Hour in Freetown, Esther Nene, camera reporting.
Royalty has been given to 243 land-owning families by Gula Rainforest Conservation Limited by guarantee in Kailaun District. The landowners, drawn from 7 chiefdoms in Kailaun District, received the sum of 56,000 United States dollars for the use of their lands. Safa Moriba filed this report from Kailaun District.
Shaka Musa Suare, Community Development and Livelihood Supervisor, Gola Rainforest Conservation Limited by guarantee, he called on the community people of the national parks in the south and eastern regions to continue protecting the forest in their chiefdoms for their benefit and national development. He assured them on continuous community benefit as long as they continue conserving the forest.
For them to help the Gola Rainforest so that we can continue with the protection of the national park. And also to the community, let us continue in planting more trees. Let them continue to plant more food trees, more trees, so that will help in the protection and more addition of the forest.
The paramount chief of Gaura Chiefdom, PC Sandy Mohammed Bateka Kadi V, also Gola Rainforest Conservation Limited by guarantee of his chiefdom continuous cooperation in conserving the forest, saying all the chiefdoms are still benefiting from Gola Rainforest Conservation Limited by guarantee in the areas of education, health, infrastructure, and welfare. He promised to enforce the bylaws in Gaura Chiefdom in the protection of the forest.
Well, from a national news bulletin, let's go for international news.
Hello and welcome to the international news. My name is Aminata Fofana. 2 former police officers have been jailed for the murder of Marelli Franco, a prominent left-wing politician killed in a drive-by shooting in 2018. Anderson Gomez, Franco's driver, was also killed in the attack, but a press officer, Fernanda Chavez, who was in the car, survived. Ronnie Lesser confessed to firing the shots and was sentenced to 78 years and 9 months in prison, while El Chaco de Gures received 59 years and 8 months for being behind the wheel. Franco, a black gay woman, was an emerging light in Brazil's Socialist Party, and with her death at age 38, sparking nationwide protest. Speaking to the courts from prison by video link, Lesser said he was blinded and driven crazy by the prospect of $1 million reward for the murder. In March 2024, Brazil's Justice Minister Ricardo Lewandowski said the homicide
From international news, let's go to sports updates.
Today is that tomorrow we talked about yesterday. It's the sporting updates that keeps you in the know. And my name is Abdul Kabia, and thank you so very much for joining us. And we begin with football in this edition. The head coach of the national men's under-20 team, Mohamed Lamine Camara, has told the SLBC Sport about his intentions to proudly represent the nation in the U20 AFCON tournament next year.
Sierra Leone's under-20 men's national team is brimming with confidence after securing qualification for the 2025 AFCON tourney. Head coach Mohamed Lamine Camara has expressed his determination to make the nation proud on the continental stage. The team's recent impressive performance in Liberia, where they secured qualification, was a result of meticulous long-term preparation. According to Gaffer Kamara, he highlighted the outstanding contribution of Captain Momoai Kamara, who was named the best player of the qualifying tournament.
We know that based on our performance there in Liberia, everybody is expecting us to go to AFCON and it's not only Sierra Leone, let me tell you. Because even Wafu, after the finals, they met us in the dressing room and said, please, we've had a very good tournament here. We are hopeful of you to go to AFCON and represent the region very well. So please go and do it for us. So the trust is not, or the expectation is not only about Sierra Leoneans. Even those that are non-Sierra Leoneans are expecting that we go and perform. And we will take responsibility. We will ensure that we go there in a very good footing to ensure that we don't deceive ourselves and we don't deceive Sierra Leone.
Kamara also praised the inclusion of both Momoai Kamara and Nathaniel Jallo in the senior national men's team Leon Stars, under the guidance of head coach Amidou Karim.
So I want to encourage them again that let them keep working very hard, let them keep doing the extras. We are always around them, giving them like self-trainings. We will still guide them, even though we are off-season, I can say. We are still giving them guides on what they have to work on before the commencement of the training.
This recognition, he believes, is a testament to the talent and potential of Sierra Leonean footballers. With a positive outlook, Coach Kamara is confident that Sierra Leone can compete with the continent's top footballing nations and make a significant impact at the 2025 AFCON tourney.
In the international scene, 4 times US Open champion Rafael Nadal has announced his retirement from tennis after the Davis Cup. Well, this will be a big blow for tennis lovers and also up-and-coming tennis stars around the world. He will be dearly missed by all and sundry. What a name, Rafael Nadal. Best wishes in your next endeavor. And that's your sports. Thank you so much for watching. See you very soon.
From Sports Update, let's visit our business desk.
To Business Update, the segment that brings you insight in business and its contribution towards positively impacting the economy. I am Moses Conte. In today's edition, traders at Congo Market appeals to governments for price stability of their commodities. Congo Market is one of the most popular markets in the western capital Freetown. Being known for its contribution in that community, traders and business people are appealing to government to stabilize the price of their commodities. They said because of the wholesale price rates of their commodities, it has affected their businesses severely. Let's join our intern reporter Henrietta Coker for that report.
Congo Market is popular in the west of the capital. Here, both local and import food and non-food items are sold to its residents and customers from surrounding communities. For them, there has been a low demand in the purchase of their commodities. Binti Koma, a fish seller, said The low sale result to her fish got spoiled, and this had led to a lot of losses for her. She said this has affected their livelihood as well.
This crocus, how we be the buy? We be the buy 700. For now, we buy 1,850,000. How the one where they not us? We know you could get. I go able to buy this fish. You know go able.
Abdul Sankor, a businessman at Congo Market, also shares similar frustration. I appeal to the government to consider them as business people by taking more measures to reduce the tax for them.
Business freely, yeah, because like anything they are now, because like we don't come inside November, so we begin to feel the holiday, the seasons from the month of October now, November, December up to January. But right now, as you can see from where they are, so one customer have not carried. If they try for improve in their their salary or whatsoever, try for improve their salaries, no matter how things can go up, they're going to squeeze, able to buy something for their home.
Kenema, a businesswoman in Congo Market, explained her struggle with rising of oil price. She said it has really tough for them. She noticed that it's a global issue. Authorities need to take action to solve this economic problem.
Don't sell the same price back.
Due to rising costs, I had made no profit because I needed to maintain my customer base. I choose not to increase prices even with the recent hike in oil prices.
The business people maintain that with strong support from government, their business will flourish with little economic pitch. For Slbc News, Enweta Kolka reporting.
Many thanks to Enweta Kolka for that report. Well, that's all for this edition of Business Updates. I am Moses Conte. Keep watching.
Thanks for the latest update on business. To end the news, the main points again. Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo has started harvesting rice on 100 acres of land in Yemaye village, Lokomasama, Chiefdom, Potloko districts. The initiative, according to the second gentleman, was to achieve government's feed saloon program. A 50-man delegation is set to visit Sierra Leone in December 2024 from Morocco. During the visit, they will engage MDs and business leaders to facilitate discussions and explore investment opportunities. This disclosure was made during an economic promotion week where a 13-man delegation from Sierra Leone participated, organized by the Moroccan Agency for International Cooperation. And in complementing government's human capital development, over 1,000 pupils from 8 government and government-assisted schools in Potloko and Cambia districts have received core textbooks, teaching and learning materials to enhance learning outcomes in these targeted schools. Well, that's how we end this edition of News Hour from the SLBC. I am Stella Bangura. Goodbye.